put makeup on for this video, you're welcome. Let it be known I am wearing pants just in case that becomes needed to be addressed. Why are my neighbors so loud? I feel like this lighting is atrocious and I'm so sorry for that. Hey queens, it's your favorite YouTuber, Carli Vinciguerra, back with another video. And yes, that is officially the new intro. Welcome to Roll Call, everybody. So this is a game that they play on Broadway.com's YouTube channel where they host special guests, different Broadway actors, which I am not yet, but yeah, we'll get there someday, And they post their resume behind them and they give them different questions that they have to answer using roles they played. I thought this would be fun to do because for those who don't know, I am an actress. I love musical theater. I hope to go to school for it in a few years and maybe Broadway, I don't know, that's the goal. And I also thought it would be fun to look back on and reflect on my roles throughout the year. So this is my entire resume, every show I have ever done, and yes, I even included some like little school plays from elementary school to fill up the wall. And I'm only 17, guys, cut me a little bit of slack. And most of these are like middle school shows too, so. But I still thought it would be fun. Let's get to it, shall we? Role I'll never live down. This light is blinding me, but it is so dark and gloomy outside that I need it to be on full max mode or else I'll be giving you this video in the dark. So I also don't know if I quite understand this question. Hey Siri, what does the saying never live down mean? To never be able to overcome, reduce, or cause others to forget about something shameful or embarrassing. This one was pretty embarrassing. Oh, okay. I'm going to say Billy Body from a dinner theater I did in middle school called Nobody to Murder. I only got to do this show one time because we did the show twice and it was double cast and we did it in the same night for like a little dinner theater night at our school, and we horribly messed up. Like, it was a murder mystery show and we like forgot a whole like scene where they put the murder weapon like on a desk, and so then like there was no murder weapon, and so then like we had intermission at intermission, we're all like, oh my gosh, how do we fix this? And anyways, it was just so horribly embarrassing and it was just not good. Role I felt sexiest in. Now I am a child, and so most of my roles have been children's roles, so I don't have a lot of experience in this category yet. Truly, I have like no answers for this, but this is what I got. I'm in a training program at a theater that they call the Pre-Professional Company, for short PPC, and they have 3 different levels: A Company, B Company, and Elite. When I was a B Company member, our showcase at the end of the year, our review, was called Find Your Light, and I got to do this really fun like tango number in this really gorgeous black dress, and I felt, I guess, sexy, but not really. More like really pretty? I don't know. But my partner was like a whole 2 feet taller than me, so it was kind of awkward. Role your family loves the most. Now this one is hard because my mother loves everything I do. She cries no matter what role I'm in. I'm gonna say Puck from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Also, when I wrote this, I learned it's A Midsummer Night's Dream. I always have said A Midsummer's Night Dream. So I was incorrect about it. This was like my first ever more professional type show, and my mother loved it. She cried. I think she saw every single performance of it. It was really, really fun too. And I was a lead, so it was a really memorable experience. Role that made me feel like a star. Easy. Sharpay in High School Musical Junior. You'll also notice a lot of these are junior versions of shows because, again, a lot of them were in like middle school community theater type productions. Now I say this because this was my middle school musical when I was in 6th grade, and I auditioned for Sharpay as a 6th grader, and of course all the other girls auditioning were 8th graders. I felt like all that a bag of chips, being a little 6th grader Sharpay in my school musical. I was like, watch your bag. Like, I'm coming, this did not do good for my ego in 6th grade. Role I was wrong for. I feel like I have a lot for this. I have played several men that had accents, and I can do neither of those things. I can do accents if I have like a good amount of time with it, but like for a middle school show where you just kind of like pumping it out, not really good case scenario. I was like a very background small character called the French Prince in this ridiculous one-act play called Game of Tiaras, again at my middle school. The judge said that he couldn't understand a word I said because my French accent was so horrible, and also, I mean, I was a guy, I wasn't really supposed to be a guy. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but like, it was just not a good experience, but it was really fun. Role I want to play again. Again, easy. Baby June in Gypsy. However, I guess this isn't the exact same role. I want to be Dainty June, like the older version of June, and do the dance with the cow. I want to be in Gypsy again so bad. This was such a fun show. Role that scared me the most. I don't really get stage fright that bad. I guess I'll say this. I was Hamlet in my middle school's one-act version of Hamlet. It was Hamlet, Zombie Killer of Denmark, a comedy in 1 act. It's a version of Hamlet where everyone that dies becomes a zombie, except it was still in like Shakespearean. They just changed some words, like added zombie every once in a while. And I was Hamlet, so I had a lot of words, and I think I was mostly nervous because I had like a wig and a cape and no mics. It was at like a one-act competition, so I had a lot of projecting and a lot of talking to do, and I think I was just nervous about my lines. But again, I don't really get that bad at stage fright, but I remember going over my lines a lot for this show. Role that was most unlike me. I guess I'll say her. I was the lead character named Maria in my middle school's dinner theater again called Death by Dessert. It was a murder mystery dinner theater again. She's this like really old New Yorker, and so obviously I'm a young Texan, so not much going on there. I remember it was so hard for me to get the New York accent. It was so bad, and she's like old and has to move old on the stage, and I was like an 8th grade sprightly little girl, so I guess that's not me. Role I could do in my sleep. I got to play 2 different characters in a musical adaptation of the story The Tortoise and the Hare called Tortoise and Hare, written by the genius Alan Robertson. There was many debate as to if my hair name was Brittany or Presley, because there was like 2 of us like background ensemble like hype girls, and they kept interchanging our names, so I don't know if I was actually Brittany or Presley, but my tortoise name was Cabri. I loved this show so much, and I loved everyone in it so much. The reason I said I could do it in my sleep was because it was definitely the longest running show I've ever done. There was 153 runs of this show, but it was double cast, so I did about 75. Role that was the most fun. They're all fun. Okay, I have to say 2. I keep looking at me like, I want to add that one, I want to add that one. Okay, I'll stick with these. I have the cat from Seussical Jr., also at my middle school, and Zanita Shin from The Music Man, which I did at a summer stock program. Now the cat's fun because he's like 5 roles in one, and I did Seussical a few years prior, and I was in the ensemble, which is also up here. I was the dance captain in the Pillsbury Bush in that version. So getting to do it again and like having a lead was really exciting, and the cat is just so fun. And then Zanita was fun, of course, because summer stock is so crazy, and I made so many friends, and it was a very dance heavy role, which I'm a dancer, so I just loved our choreography. I didn't expect to love the show The Music Man as much as I did. It was such a fun show, and Zanita's a who, you gods! Fun story, the first time we did a rehearsal for the very first scene that I say ye gods, I like went for it. I had this whole bubbly personality, and the directors were not expecting it, and I did it, and everyone in the room like doubled over in laughter, and it's just like a really great memory I have with that show. And they're like, I love it, keep it. And that just made me really happy. Role with the best costume. Where is she? Where'd she go, darling? I have 2 as well. This either has to go to being ensemble in Matilda or Baby June again. When I was in Matilda in the ensemble, I was also a big kid, which I wrote under here. I was in like every scene, so I had so many costumes, which is why this one rang a bell to me. I was like a dancing piece of cake with this awesome like corset and wig and this like cake hat, which was really cool. And then we had our like school uniforms and their gym uniforms, and I was also a nurse, and our fun like salsa dancing competition costume, which had a really fun wig with it too. So just like so many costumes in one, which was really fun. And then Baby June, she has the frilliest, fluffiest, twirliest, heaviest dresses. So fun. Role that changed me the most. I'm gonna have to say Puck again, just because it was my first big show experience, and I really credit this show to being the show that captured my love of theater. It was this show that made me realize how much I loved theater, and I really decided I wanted to be an actress while doing this show. It made me so happy. I craved it, and I just wanted to find more and more opportunities to be able to be on stage and perform. Role you wished more people saw. Feedback, this was the showcase last year in that pre-professional training company that I said I was in. I was in Elite Company last year, and also this year. The full title of the show was Feedback Too Loud to Ignore, and this showcase review was so impactful. We made like a really big statement with this one. We had a big, huge segment on like gun control. There was just so many amazing stories that we told, and I think it was a really deep and a really beautiful show that we made to showcase all of the work that we had done last year, and it definitely deserved a bigger audience. Last one, role that was most like me. I guess I'll say Zanita again because she's just so bubbly and energetic and sassy and quirky, and of course she dances all the time. I hope to say that I'm not as like rebellious or sassy as she is, but she's still so much fun. And that concludes Roll Call with Carli Vinciguerra. I hope in the future I have many more fun roles to add to this wall, but I'm still pretty proud of my resume as of now. Okay guys, like this video if you liked it, and if you did, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what is your favorite role that you've ever had if you've been in a show, and if not, I guess, what is your favorite role that I've had? No, that's weird. What's your favorite show? Sure. Any of those, down below. And now on to my weekly favorites. Okay, my song of the week is going to be Peach Scone by Hobo Johnson. Somehow I just heard it for the first time the other day. It's a piece of art. And then my top tuber is going to be Luke Alexander. I have been binging his content lately and he's been posting so much lately, which I've really appreciated. I will link his channel as well as my Song of the Week and my Song of the Week playlist down below as always. Follow me on all of my socials, especially TikTok. If you leave your TikTok handle down below, I will follow you. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on post notifications so you get a notification every time I upload. And with that being said, ow, just 5-starred my thigh. And with that being said, see ya!